Alright, alright, alright. Welcome to another one about BumpmyStump's World of Tanks Xbox One replays. Platooned up with Duran Gray. He's in his Leopard 1, I believe. I'm in the T-62A. We are on Himmelsdorf. And this game ends up in a cap where, you know, I don't really like capping too much, but the situation was, it was the right move, I guess. However, we'll get more to that later. Talk more about it later. This video, we're on Himmelsdorf, obviously top tier. Excuse me. And this gameplay is more about the fact that people constantly berate people in the forums and stuff when we talk about mercy rolls. You know, they say that, no, it's an average. It doesn't really happen that often. You know, it's not that big of an issue. It's this, it's that. It's just random luck. That's the one that bothers me the most when they say, oh, it's just random. It's just random. And I guess if maybe you don't pay attention to your games, maybe it's random. Maybe, you know, over a period of 100 games, you might not get as many or whatever. However, in this game right here, 5 tanks could have been killed by me. And none of them are killed. I mean, they're killed by me eventually, not all of them, but anyways, I'll get into it. There's just 5 tanks where either one tank, a below average roll would have killed him, another tank, a below average roll would have killed him, a third tank, a upper roll. This tank right here does 240 to 400 damage with 198 to 330 pen. So the average damage is 320. So when I say normal roll and average roll, the average roll is 320. I only get above 320 twice, and I get a 326 and a 327. Every other roll is below average, and I'm not talking about rolls that are the kill shot, and I only get 4 or 6 health or something. I'm talking about, excuse me, actual rolls on live tanks that I get 2 shots above average in this game, and they're barely above average. But I get a lot of shots below average, so. You know, we'll go to the gameplay here, and I'll kind of point them out. I recorded this video already before, but I was kind of pissy, so I decided to redo it. Hopefully I don't sound as pissy in this one, because people don't like the pissy attitude, but, you know, sometimes this game just really ticks me off. Like this wall trolling me. I can't slide down it, I've got to move. Damn it, get out of my way, wall. You see the T-30, we're going to put one into him, and we get a 303, which is below average. But whatever. We're going to try to put one in the ass of him, and we miss. And then at this point I have nothing else to shoot at, so I'm going to try to take his gun out. I put a shot at him and get a critical hit, and post-game stats tell me it was the gun. So, and the reason for that is, again, I don't have any other shot. You'll see me, I do it again there on the IS-7. If I can take out a gun of a tank early in the game like this and force him to use a repair kit, that helps the team out. So I had no other shots, so I tried to, you know, put shots into the gun. So we come around E100. I think that shell should have gone, but whatever. I'll come back down. The T-30's back out again. We're going to put another one into him. We get a 318. Again, below average, but not by a lot, just below average. E100's there. I'm not going to bother to shoot at him. I can already tell how this game is going to go. Shooting at him is pointless. So we're going to turn our attention back to the T-30 when he pulls out. There he comes. And we get a 326. Woo, brothers, 326. I'm above average now. I'm rocking them above average shots. So yeah, that's one of the 2 shots in this game that go above average. And it was a 326. Keep in mind, the average of this tank is a 320. So we're going to pull over here, IS-7. If I get him in the right place on the plate, I'll be able to penetrate him, most likely. But that is not the right place, so I don't penetrate him there. I pull back forward, and right here, he's tracked. I'm trying to track the other track. I was off a little bit and didn't penetrate anyway, so it doesn't matter. And I'm definitely going for a track shot here, and just dinged him again, because apparently I can't track an IS-7. And I'm waiting for him to shoot, because apparently, you know, obviously he's looking at me, he's ready to fire. So I come back down, and this one goes in, and we get a 327. Yay! There's the only other one above average this game I get. Here's the kill shot on this tank, and we get a 267. A 302 would have killed him. He ends up having 35 health left, and a 302 would have killed him. I get a 267. If that isn't a mercy roll, I don't know what is. It's bullshit. That's a fucking mercy roll, and that's how it goes. But hey, wait. There's an E100 who has 243 health left. 243. Keep in mind, my bottom basement that this gun can do is a 240. He has 243 health left. I put it into the back of his turret for a 240. That's not a mercy roll, though, is it? Bottom basement roll of this tank is a 240. Absolute lowest it can go is a 240. I put it into the back of his turret, which should be the absolute weakest spot on the back of that right there. And I get a 240. When a 243 would have killed him. But hey, mercy rolls are not part of this game. They're not figured into the game, are they? That's 2 of them right in a row. 2 tanks that I penetrate in a row that a below average roll, keep that in mind, below average roll would have killed either one of them. A super below average roll, 4 points above my bottom basement roll would have killed the E100. And I get my bottom basement roll. But mercy rolls are not part of this game. You know, anyone that says that is either dumb, stupid, ignorant, naive, maybe, blind. I don't know what the term is I want to use. But anyone that sits here and says that mercy rolls are not figured into this game to keep tanks alive is just plumb dumb. I can't figure it any other way. It happens way too often. And again, if I was shooting that E100 in the front, maybe getting a low roll, still a 240, but shooting into the back of his turret, the perfect place to shoot him, no. Just shouldn't happen. I should have got a 243, I should have got a 300, but I get a basement roll. And I come around this corner, and I get a 310 on the 13. And of course, I get a 310, a 382 would have killed him, so it would have taken a high roll there, but still, he was definitely killable in one shot for me. A 309 into the Borzig. And then we put a 315 into him, so that leaves him with 16 health. Again, either one of those being an average roll, really? Nope. We get below average rolls, so it takes more shots. I try to track the E100 to keep her out in her out in the open, so my teammate can shoot at him, and it doesn't work. Oh crap, there's the Death Star. Death Star finishes off my teammate. Oh crap, there's a full health E75, who obviously been sitting at the back of the map doing nothing. And we bounce off the lower plate. The lower plate of a E75 is 227. The pen on this gun stock is 198 to 330, and of course I get a low roll. So I load the premium because I'm not going to get that roll again. And then the Death Star comes back out, so I'm going to take him. Could kill him with one shot and a below average roll. Now I think it would have taken like a 380 or so to kill him too, so I don't really consider that a mercy roll, really, because it would have taken a high roll. But I haven't got a high roll yet. I got barely above average so far. So why wouldn't I just get one high roll on one of those tanks? Nope, not gonna happen. The cap is almost up, but it gets reset, and I'm like, screw this. There's only 2 of us left against 4 of them. I gotta get out of here. I hit the track again on the E100, get around him. I don't think I'm gonna cap. I'm out of here. Screw this. And we cap. So that cap right there was kind of a surprise. And again, I put it into the back there and only get like a 313 into the back of the turret again. Another low roll. Really, not low roll, but lower than it should have been. The game does this constantly, and it's just, it ticks me off to no end. But, just shy of 3,900 damage dealt, 1,240 blocked, 18 penetrations, 3,960 for XP with a multiplier. We get the Invader, which I don't necessarily brag too much about because I don't like capping unless I needed to. And I wasn't really expecting to cap there. I was taking off to go around him. I figured the only way to win that was to get around him and start putting shots into him. But, you know, I ended up capping. Yay! But it was a complete surprise, believe me. Bounced off the E75, so we didn't do anything too awesome. T30, 4 shots for 947. E100, 2 shots for 243. Yep, 2 shots for 243. IS-7, 2 shots for 594. Both of them 2 tanks should have been dead by me. The Death Star, 1 shot for 313. Where I think a 380 or so would have killed him, so that was a possible kill. The Borzig, 1,100 damage to him on 2 shots. When it wasn't just 2 shots, I rammed him a bunch. 5 shots for 316 to that E100. Took out the ammo rack. Destroyed the 1390. 2 shots for 382. Again, 1 high roll. This guy's gun does up to 400, so one high roll would have taken him out. But I don't consider that, a mercy roll. Really, not really, but a high roll would have taken him out. So in this game, you see 30 shots fired, 25 hits, 18 penetrations, 38.95 damage, 90 base capture points, 7 tanks damaged, 3 killed, 103 damage received, which was by me ramming someone. 2 shots hit me, they both bounced. So, I mean, the other team didn't do great shooting at me. My tank armor held up what hit it, held up. But my point is throughout this game, we'll run down really quick. My shots were these: 303, 318, 326, 327, 267, 240, 310, 309, 315, 313, 316. The average of this gun is 320. Tell me anywhere there, except for the 2 that barely cracked average. I have ones that are 10 under average, 20 under average, 70 under average, 5 under average, 10 under average. But I don't have any that are 20 or 30 above average, do I? And it's just pathetic. It's 2 of them tanks 100% should have been dead by me on one shot. The one kill shot, not one shot total, but the IS-7 should have been dead. Where a 267, a 302 would have killed him. I rolled a 267. That's bullshit. That's a mercy roll. The E100, where I shoot into the back of the turret, the weakest part of that right there, and a 243 would have killed him, and I get a 240. The absolute bottom basement roll I can get in this tank is a 240, and I get a 240, of course. Because why? Mercy. That's why. I get a 310 on the 1390, and a 382 would have killed him. That would have been a high roll for me, but it was possible. And the only reason I bring up like that one right there being possible is because if I can get such low rolls on the E100 and the IS-7 to fail to cause me not to get a kill, why can't every once in a while I get a really high roll to give me a kill? It ain't gonna happen. And that just bugs me. I mean, not saying it doesn't ever happen, because it does sometimes. But in this game, I put into the side of the Borzig a 309 and 315. If I got one mid-roll, like a 330, it would have taken 2 shots to kill him. I wouldn't have had to ram him some more. It's just stuff like this that bugs me. And I don't know why it doesn't bug other people. I don't know how people are wired in their head that it doesn't bug them. And when you have a tank that the bottom basement roll is a 240, and to kill a tank is a 243, and you get a 240, how does that not piss people off? And I could understand if it only happened every great once in a while, every once in a while. But it doesn't. You see in this game that it happens 3-4 times. In one game. 3 times in this game anyways. But my kids are screaming in the background, so I better go. As usual, comment, rate, subscribe. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Tell me what I did right and tell me what I did wrong. And remember, in that battlefield, shoot the red ones. Hopefully it's not a mercy roll.